Hello, hello. I'm Jinx, and this is part 3 of GrimmDark, a Humblewood adventure where some gals and I play Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition as animal friends. This is pre-recorded and broken up into 2-hour segments for your enjoyment, and frees me up to hang out in the chat with you. So I'll be in there chatting with y'all, and yeah, that should be fun. If you enjoy the content and can spare a dollar or more, please consider going to the website listed here and all throughout the rest of the thing. You can also send tips via PayPal or Venmo to jinxdances@gmail.com. It'd be great to get some more RAM to be able to properly multi-stream you all, as well as eventually game capture card to bring Switch games to use as well. Excuse me. The first 90 seconds of the next adventure are blurred intentionally. So there's nothing wrong with your set. You don't need to adjust anything. But there's a holding space for us players where Dr. DM can put us when she's putting things together. And there's a draw function, so naturally, we all started graffitiing inappropriate things there. And I don't exactly know I can't remember all the different rules and broadcasting and whatnot, so I just blurred it for simplicity's sake. But it'll clear right up anyways. So with that, last time we ended with a baby battle. Or last time we had a baby battle and then kind of set ourselves up by preparing for a biggie. So let's find out what happens next. See you in the comments.
Last we left our heroes. They had engaged in some activities not otherwise specified at the brothel random encounter, and had racked up quite a considerable debt and possibly legal activity. As a happy compromise, the council has tasked our merry band with investigating the murders going on in the outskirts of the town of Meadowfen. In their investigations, our noble heroes had conquered the Well-Wisher, a tentacular beast plaguing well in the center of town, had a verbal altercation with a cultist following One Who Reaches, and met the delightful residents working in the tavern, the Cold Queen. Based on the intelligence gathered at the Cold Queen, our band has traveled south to Ogden Morrow's farm. Ogden, a rather interesting local farmer, has asked them to assist with a beast that's been attacking his farm and killing off his goats. And as the moon appears to be entering the proper alignment for an attack, our band has taken up stealthy positions surrounding the farm in preparation for nightfall. Ogden has triple barred his door and circled his doors and windowsills with salt and iron filings. A roaring fire is stoked in the fireplace, and he has wished you luck. Currently, Blue has scrambled up into the tree next to Morrow's house. Jill Pancakes hover in the well, precariously dangling from the bucket. Berkeley has crawled under the broken wagon from a previous attack. And Beatrice cowers in the goat barn with 2 goats for company, waiting for a disturbance to occur. As you're waiting for what is surely to be a diabolical and insidious foe to emerge, Blue hears a really familiar giggle on the tree branch nearby.
Dr. DM, I'm getting a bit of or is anybody else getting a buzz?
I'm hearing a buzz too.
Uh-oh.
I do recommend in roll 20 going to your settings and making sure broadcast and receive is set to nothing. That way you can you won't get any echo from Roll20 and Skype at the same time.
Yep.
I think
Did that fix it?
I turned everything's off for me.
If it's me again, I'm gonna be so annoyed.
Rachel, can you try muting yourself for a hot second, and we'll see if that makes it disappear? I think that made it disappear.
Yeah.
So I think this is a really easy fix. I wouldn't get too bummed. Just leave it muted unless you're doing an action, and you should be fine.
How is it now?
I detect no buzz.
Yeah.
Okay, it must be my headphones or trash.
That would do it.
Okay, cool. Thank you. All right.
Sorry
awesome.
about that.
No, we got it. We nipped it in the bud early.
Yeah.
So thanks.
So Blue, you hear a oddly familiar on the tree branch nearby.
Can I use my insight or perception to recall what kind of who's giggling?
So you remember Beatrice telling you about this giggle that was heard in the forest right before you were surrounded by a stampede of normal skunks?
That's right. That's
And
right.
she
Okay.
Not friendly skunks. Well, I mean,
not friendly Humblewood skunks, just a random parade of skunks. And a similar giggle has just been heard a few feet away from you in the tree.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Do I see any eyeballs?
You can roll perception.
Eyeballs.
I mean,
Disembodied eyeballs.
So you think you saw movement reminiscent of butterfly wings at the corner of your eye, and just like that, it's gone. And you feel something touch your face ever so briefly. And when you reach up, you notice that your mask is fine, your mohawk is fine, but there's these two bald patches as if something has painstakingly shaved your eyebrows off. You now hear a giggle far away, somewhere in the middle of the yard, just and a few moments later, Berkeley feels a similar sensation as their eyebrows precipitously are removed from their head.
I don't even get to roll a perception check.
You can roll perception.
Do you want to see it coming? This just happens.
Eyebrows being removed.
You can roll perception.
You just witness it that much more, and you feel it.
You're just going to be that much more aware of the theft of your eyebrows.
All right. Let's try it.
You see, again, just the flicker of orange wings. They almost look like monarch butterfly wings.
Ooh.
And you see them heading towards the goats, and then in the darkness, they're gone.
Oh, fuck.
Beatrice, can you roll perception for me, please?
Baby. I'm trying to open my character sheet. And I'm getting a purple spinning wheel of doom.
Oh no!
I know.
Would you like me to? It took a hot second and then it opened for me. Would you like me to roll it for you while it's loading?
Yeah, that would be great.
Oh my goodness.
Mhm.
You catch orange butterfly wings and what looks almost like a scaly tail split right past your face. Almost like have you ever had a bird almost like whiff right into your head flying away? It was
Yeah.
almost like that. So you see this orange blur fly past you. Your eyebrows are whisked away, leaving two bright pink bald patches on your face. There's no pain, there's no scrape. Your eyebrows are just gone. And the cackle dissipates into the night wind.
It happens like way too quickly for us to like try to grab it, right?
So fast.
Oh.
It's blink and you miss it.
Quicker than the raise of an eyebrow.
Oh man.
Oh no, but what if I need my eyebrow?
What if I need my eyebrow?
How will we know what you're emoting?
So the night continues. Your face feels slightly colder. Gerald Pancakes, who had feathers and no real eyebrows to begin with, the well is musty and stinky, but otherwise uneventful. Everyone roll perception.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh,
Wow.
I perceived quite a bit.
Nothing is still. It's still.
Berkeley is so distracted by the eyebrow situation. They're palpating their face. They're thinking, how am I to live? This is gonna make the tavern that much more awkward because everyone's gonna ask about these things.
Blue had just adjusted his bandana to cover it. No biggie.
Beatrice, I'll do a quick roll for you.
Thank you.
Beatrice hears a did-a-dump, 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 did-a-dump. Blue and Gerald. Suddenly, a great creature is visible in the moonlight. It rears on its back legs, and before you is a massive stallion.
Ooh.
Ooh. Is it like a people-y stallion or just
Oh my.
Its normally white fur has been stained with what looks like blood.
ooh.
Hot.
It's almost a rust red. It has large, wild eyes that almost seem to be glowing. The moon's rays reflect off a 3-foot-long, blood-stained horn protruding from its forehead. Its tail lashes, looking almost more like a lion's tail than what you're familiar with on a horse.
Okay.
And let's see if I can actually put this on the right layer.
Some of this.
Oh, I bet I put it in the info overlay. I did. Put it in the token layer.
Who's the only person?
Can you see this in the lower left corner of the screen?
No.
Yeah. One left to us. On the map?
On the map.
Oh, is it an aerial view?
Oh. Okay, yeah, I see that
It
thing.
looks like
I thought that was what
Yeah,
it
it's an aerial view.
like a horse.
Okay, gotcha. It sure is.
DM,
I'm just not.
Go ahead.
are you saying that who's the only person who can see the unicorn?
So the first people to see it were Blue and Gerald Pancakes,
Cool.
and it is slowly walking next to Berkeley's cart. And at this point, Berkeley can see it. Beatrice heard da-da-dump, 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 and nothing else. Beatrice sees nothing.
Oh, jeez.
Out of character. I'm gonna try to log in on my phone and see if it lets me see my character sheet.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
There might be two of
This
me.
will allow for folks to develop their strategery.
Yeah, just
Three.
Oh god.
I'll looking unicorn.
Okay, but like the fangirl of unicorns in me is like, no, we have to save it and preserve it.
I know, ditto.
But
It
like,
is covered in blood.
I mean,
it is wearing the viscera of innocent families.
everybody has a bad day, you know?
Everybody has a bad
and I was gonna say like that just makes me want to save it more
Well-
because it's also dark and scary.
Yeah, because usually if you futz with a unicorn,
This is
you
why
get
we
cursed.
have Rilo fanfic. People like you.
Well, like, yeah. So maybe it's already coiced, and so are we freeing it, or are we just like gonna be?
Hey,
Double bloody.
I'm in a well. I have access to water. Can we dump some water on it? Clean it
in a
up.
bucket?
Um,
It's a large horse, right? Like this isn't like a pony here.
Yeah, I think it's gonna take more than a bucket of water
bucket.
water
to get this visceral blood gook out of it. Off of it.
No, I don't think I have any water. Still.
I do have one question before I start making decisions for myself. It's not doing anything. It's just approaching the pen right now, right?
It reared up. It's covered in blood, and it's walking up to where the fence was previously broken, and it is staring at that one goat that can't fit in the shed because Beatrice is in there.
Oh no! Our sacrificial goat.
Sacrificial goat.
I feel like our best, where I am, our best. Somebody should distract it.
I haven't seen it yet.
No, she don't know.
So
I mean, I hear
Beatrice, are you back? Are you in yet?
For some reason
Okay.
it works on my phone, but not my iPad. So
All
we
right.
good.
So I'm going to have everyone roll initiative. So just like before, make sure you click your token so it's selected, and then with it selected, click on initiative in the character sheet.
Is it the red circle? Oh wait, no. I click on myself and then go to my character sheet to roll.
Yep. And it's under it should be pretty close to the top center area.
Yeah, it's right above HP and between armor class and speed.
Thank you.
Initiative. Wait, click.
It's gonna take me a second, guys.
It's fine.
Oh damn, I did not roll well.
Well.
The eyebrows remain distracting.
Gerald Pancakes is gonna be very distracted by eyebrows.
Yeah.
This is definitely not made for phones.
No.
I feel like
What I'm hearing is we need to set up a GoFundMe for a new computer.
No, the new charger's in the way, on the way.
In the way.
In the way, on the way.
I feel like at some point I'm going to make it very like my mission to get like a black pencil, like a black eyebrow pencil or something like that. So I can just be like,
Oh,
eyebrows.
Berkeley.
Yeah.
Draw them
I'm trying, guys.
Like, don't look at me. I'm a monster.
I feel like Gerald Pancakes might have some kind of eyeliner tool or something. Or art tools. I don't know. He's got to get gussied up for performances.
That's true.
So what are all of your armor classes?
My armor class, I think, is a 14, I believe. Yeah, 14.
Mine's 13.
12.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Am I rolling perception?
Initiative.
Initiative. Why? Where is it on the sheet? Oh, there it is. No, maybe.
Near the top. There you
Did
go.
it work?
All right. Let me see if I can add you. Gerald is add custom item.
What did I do? Oh shit! Sorry, I didn't mean to poke that.
You're fine. I just have to
I'm trying to
add
read
Beatrice
myself.
in there.
Sorry.
All right, and we're going to order it. So, Beatrice, you're going first. So
Yeah.
the goat in front of you is now screaming.
Wait, the one
already-
in the shack or the one outside the shack?
The one in front of you is screaming. It's already backed into that corner, but it's looking south, and it is upset. And you've already heard that dididum 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 south of you. Whether or not Beatrice is able to put these two events together, I leave to you.
Can I tell that the thing is coming quickly? The thing.
It sounded pretty quick. It sounded like a gallop. And now it's quiet, but the goat is screaming.
So I feel like this plan, Beatrice had the element of surprise in mind, but she's kind of a ham. So she dashes out of the shack and is like going south. Oh, I can move my thing, can't I?
Yeah. Yeah, I believe your movement speed is 30, so you could move outside the shack.
I kind of like put myself between the goat and whatever the hell's coming my direction.
So at this point, you see a massive unicorn. It is rust red in blood with a 3-foot spear coming out of its head, a spiraling pearlescent horn.
Fuck.
A frankly kind of half-assed repaired fence is the only thing standing between you and this death horse. So just as a reminder, the gate is here. The broken fence is here. The fence is high enough to contain small goats. I don't know if it is high enough to constrain all that is Beatrice. So you've used about half of your movement. You still have your action and bonus action and the other half of your movement left. What would you like to do?
I kind of want to just gird my loins. Is that?
Would you like to prepare a reaction?
I would.
So for the reaction, basically you would take your action, you would specify what your action would be, and the specific trigger for your reaction. Your reaction will not change your place in the initiative queue, so you're going to stay right where you are even if you react later on in this round. If your reaction does not trigger, you do not get an action round. If it does trigger, it only triggers once.
Okay.
So what would you like to do and when would you like to do it?
So, and I only have one, right? I can't have a
Yes.
and or kind of a thing.
Correct.
Okay, I got 1D. So if the death horse, if the danger horse hits me or attacks me, I'd like to use my two-handed warhammer.
Okay,
as a retaliation.
I think that would work perfectly. So we're just going to put a pin in that.
I was gonna say if it
So-
goes after the goat, I'd want to use my javelin, but I don't have that option, right?
You could say that instead of if it attacks me, I whack it, but you couldn't have either of those. You'd have to pick
Okay.
one.
Yeah, if it attacks me, I bonk it. Two-handed.
All right.
I bonk it.
I'd go back to horny jail.
All right. So the reaction is prepared. The unicorn approaches the fence. It does not notice Berkeley. It is intent on its future murder victim. And it gracefully leaps over the fence. And it comes up short in front of Beatrice. Beatrice was not anticipated. So you hear this snorting sound, and it attempts to horn her. And it misses.
Nice.
So it swings with the horn, tries to stab her in the chest, and it misses. It's been thrown off by the unpredictability of it. You're the weirdest ass goat it's ever seen, and it misses. Would you like to take your reaction since it did try to strike you?
Wouldn't Berkeley get an attack of opportunity if it ran by them?
Ah, yes. Would you like to use the attack of opportunity, Berkeley?
Yes, I would.
Yes.
I have been deciding on what the best thing would be at close range.
So it's a melee attack. So whatever melee option you have, go for it.
Because I am a scaredy cat and I do not have a lot of hit points. And it has to be melee. It can't be like a cantrip.
Correct.
Right? Okay.
Melee.
I am going to take my my mace and see if I can like somehow in my tiny little stature like hit the unicorn in like the knees and see if like maybe that will like knock it prone or something like that, or at least like.
All right, you try to bust its legs like a union breaker. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Well, I would be rolling.
You would be rolling the attack itself. So if you look in your character sheet,
Yep.
I'm pulling that up real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go below, it's in the center column under hit points. You should see attacks and spell casting, and one of them is mace. So if you just click on mace, it should auto roll that in the chat for us. Oh, you clock him.
Nice.
You clock him. So if you look in the chat box in Roll20,
Yes.
do you see that 2113?
Yes.
Do you see the word mace below that?
Correct.
Go ahead and click that, and that's going to roll your damage.
Sweet.
5.
Alright.
5 bludgeoning damage.
Right on, Berkeley.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Big scaredy cat.
So the unicorn kind of stumbles a bit. It's not quite sure where that came from. Beatrice was the most obvious thing. Beatrice.
Yeah.
I'm going to have you do the exact same thing Berkeley did. So go ahead and click your Warhammer.
Can I also say
It's gonna-
I've got bad news?
What?
You may use that as your bonus action. I will allow it.
Thank you. Did I
Oh
roll?
my god, you...
Heck
Okay,
yeah.
so
Oops, I didn't mean to do it twice.
so I'm going to take the first one.
That's fair.
I'm going to take that 15, and if 15 just barely hits, so your hammer swings around and you thunk it right in the side of its neck, that big meaty part of the horse, and you see it kind of shudder. Go ahead and roll for damage. Be sure to click the top one, since the bottom one would auto roll a crit. So click Warhammer under the 15.
There we go.
Good.
Bludgeoning. They call me
Oh.
Badger Bludgeoning.
Legendary.
All right, so the unicorn staggers a bit. It is super pissed. You don't know much about unicorns, but you can tell from its expression. Blue, you're in a tree and you just saw a badger hammer a unicorn.
Hot. Blue would this count as a sneak attack if he's going to be shooting from his short bow from over there? Because technically, old Rampage, he hasn't seen him.
Yes, it would count as a sneak attack, but I believe you're out of the normal range. So unless you move forward.
Okay, is that 80, I think? Or 80 slash 20?
Let me pull up
these. Here. Yeah, my thing is.
Let me pull it up.
It says 80 slash 320.
Ah.
For the short bow.
Oh, yeah, your short bow's fine. Go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
Whatcha?
Ooh.
Oh, the arrow, it goes way over the unicorn. It flies off into a neighbor's cornfield. You see it kind of startle and look in your direction like, what the f- was that?
It's like, is it like, you know, when you see the meme where it's like the point and then distraction?
Yeah, so it definitely noticed the arrow, but the arrow didn't do anything to it. Are you going to be moving at all?
Nah, I'm good right here, friend.
All right.
Always leave me to do the dirty work.
Berkeley, Cart Lord.
Okay. So I think the unicorn is too far away for me to do a melee attack, correct?
Correct. It's
Okay.
It would need to be in one of the adjacent squares.
Okay,
that.
so I would have to actually move, and I don't think my movement is enough to make that an attack like that in my turn.
I mean, so are you prone under the cart?
I'm sort of. I was thinking I was crouched.
So if you're crouched next to the cart, you could move up the 5 feet and try to attack it from behind. That would give you flanking. If you're prone under the cart, it would take your entire movement to stand up and get out from under there.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Didn't you already hit it with your mace?
I did. So,
But it since moved.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to accept that you were crouched if you want to move up.
so I'm gonna move out from underneath the cart, behind it, while it's, you know, distracted by Beatrice, and I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame.
Sacred flame.
All right, go ahead and roll it. All right, let me check one thing real quick.
Okay.
All right, that passes. And
So they saved. Damn.
oh, they didn't save. I just had to check something first before rolling the save.
All right.
And it saves. Does it take half damage on a save or no?
Dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage. The target gains no benefit from cover for saving this throw.
Okay. So it's not undercover, but it's a unicorn. It's played the fire dance before, and you see it. It's not as nimble as it typically is, but it kind of hops, and you singe the hooves, but don't cause any lasting harm.
Okay. Damn.
Any further action?
No, I'm just gonna hold my ground and hope that the unicorn does not turn to attack me. Oh God! I'm like
Gerald Pancakes.
Okay.
It is now time.
I am going to cast Vicious Mockery for real this time. And did I
Can you
Alright.
ad-lib some of this vicious
like,
mockery, please?
you horny. Oh, wait, wrong boy. How do I do? Okay, you Google eyes, everything. Okay, I got the voice again. You horny bastard. How dare you hurt my friends? Nah. You're not even fashionable anymore. Covered in blood. That's so like last year.
So you know that your words have reached its oddly doe-like ears, but then a shimmer ripples over its fur and nothing happens.
Oh.
Oh no.
Do you move, Gerald?
Can I get closer? I have a speed of 25.
Yeah, it would take 5 feet to get out of the well, and then you could move 20 feet closer if you should so choose.
Okay. So how many squares is that? Is that like 4?
Each foot is 5 square.
Okay.
Each square is 5 foot. There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. I move.
Excellent. Whoa, Beatrice. I don't know how you got. There we go.
What do I do?
All right. Somehow your initiative doubled. You were just that interested. So,
Excellent.
Rachel, I think you're covering
Okay,
your microphone or something.
Beatrice, your initiative continues to increase. It's a little alarming. Okay,
What's going on?
Beatrice. We'll figure it out later. So, Beatrice,
That's me.
it is your turn again. You have a panting, very upset unicorn in front of you, pawing the ground. What do you do?
Me, the person, wants to like soothe it because it's a unicorn, but it's also covered in blood and trying to kill me. So I'm gonna use my two-handed warhammer again and just bonk away.
Yes, swing away.
I'm only gonna do it once this time, maybe.
That is a hit. Roll for damage.
I have to play like the switchy game. Oh, come on, buddy.
Nice.
That is a palpable hit. So your hammer hits it right in the upper front leg, and you see it stagger. It almost falls prone. A massive bruise blossoms, and you see that there's actually a split in the skin where you've popped the skin like a grape.
Good God!
Anything else?
No. I think that was my turn.
All right. The unicorn rears up and strikes with its hooves.
Oh no.
Do you? What's your AC?
My AC 13.
This is a hit.
No.
So it rears up and it bitch slaps you with its hooves. You take 7 bludgeoning damage. And roll a dex save. So in your character sheet, perfect. So you stagger back, but you've been pushed by patrons at the random encounter before. You can keep your feet. So you catch yourself. You are not knocked over by this assault, but you do take 7 damage.
Okay.
So go ahead and I should be able to. There we go. Do you do anything else?
Can I ready my next action or?
Well, you attacked, so that used your action.
Yeah. I'm not gonna run because I'm gonna hit him again. So I think that's it. I think I just gird my loins and get ready for the next round.
All right.
My loins are so girded, you guys.
My loins.
Loins.
Blue.
All right, short bow. We had a hard time before, but here we're gonna go again. Huzzah!
That is a hit. Roll damage.
Woo!
The arrow sinks into its neck. You can see just the last bits of fletching sticking out of the side. The animal is bleeding from its mouth and its nose and its ears. Somehow it is still standing, but it is in bad shape. Do you move from your treetop vista?
I'm good here. Nope. And
Berkeley.
okay. All right. I'm gonna cautiously creep up behind, closer, because if I have to, I'll wildly swing. But I'm gonna close my eyes and hope Karenth is listening to me, and I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
Ooh, okay.
Oh. And I'm just gonna go. No, oh God.
So you see the guiding bolt fly from you, and it streaks off into the sky like a firework. Somewhere Katy Perry lies inspired. The unicorn doesn't even notice. It is worth noting, however, that shimmering effect that you saw with Gerald Pancakes did not occur.
Mm-hmm.
No weird glitter happened this time around.
Okay.
Are you going to move again or no?
No. Right here.
All right. Little bit of echo. Gerald Pancakes.
Okay. Gerald Pancakes is going to attempt hideous laughter this time.
All right. So first I roll this. So its ears twitch. You know that your spell has connected.
Mm-hmm.
And then you say 14. That's a wisdom. So let me roll. Oh.
Oh.
So while it was smart enough for this to work, it has heard such jokes before. And you hear it just do kind of like a snort in your general direction. But it does not begin its horsey laugh.
Darn. I guess I'll get closer again.
You
Ooh,
may.
can I move diagonally? Is that a thing?
Yeah. Yeah, you can move.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Yeah, that is fine. Beatrice, you have been you have been walloped with hooves. You can actually feel a pair of bruises on each of your shoulders blossom. What do?
I have a technical question. If
Go
I
ahead.
use my one-handed weapons, can I hit twice?
No.
No.
Well, let me double check. One moment. Let me confer my book.
Yeah, I have no idea, which is why I asked.
We need like
Elevator music.
Oh wait, Gerald Pancakes is a bard.
Yeah, right? Drop some beats or tunes.
Okay. So the verdict is if you have 2 one-handed weapons,
Mhm.
you may strike with one as your main attack. You may strike with the other as a bonus action. However, your bonus action attack would not have any of your bonuses applied. So no proficiency bonus or anything like that.
Okay, because my warhammer can be one-handed, and then I have a hand axe as well.
So in order to, you'd have to use a bonus action to basically equip that hand axe. So if you want to swing, if you want to swing with the warhammer one-handed and ready the hand axe for a two, dual wielding thing next round, you could.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna one-hand warhammer, boop, and then equip
That
my hand.
is a hit. All right, go ahead and swing damage. Or roll damage.
Where am I? There I am. 8.
So the hammer swings around. It connects with the unicorn's muzzle, and you see the head twist to the side over 90 degrees with a sickening crunch. Its neck is broken, and it collapses to the ground dead.
Fuck.
You want to get cursed? This is how you get cursed.
Killing unicorns.
Yay!
We murdered
All right, so there's a bloody unicorn covered in gaping wounds with a broken neck at Beatrice's feet. It looks like something from a nightmare. We are no longer in clear that. We are no longer in initiative. You may move freely. What would you like to do?
They should probably take its horn.
Ooh.
Do
Do you want to get cursed?
Was it a horn or was it a spear, like
It's
lodged
already
into
cursed.
the thing?
I think
So you wish to remove the horn from the head?
I think Berkeley would start like collecting blood or some like parts of the unicorn to just try and figure out what the hell just happened.
It might make for an interesting accessory.
I'd like to use an insight or perception to see if I can figure out anything else about where this unicorn came from or why it would look the way that it does.
Samesies.
So go ahead and both of you, you have a choice of rolling insight or arcana. Rolls will give you different types of information.
I'm definitely going to do insight because I have a +1 instead of a -1.
I'm gonna roll insight, have a +5.
I have.
Ooh!
All
I
right.
have a +7 for insight, but only 1 for
Nice, Berkeley.
arcana. Did anybody have arcana, or am I the only one?
I have a
Nobody
negative
has.
arcana.
I have a
No
negative
one's rolled
arcana.
arcana so far.
I have a 0 for insight.
A 1 for arcana.
All
I
right.
have to choose between insight and arcana. I can't roll both, right?
So investigating the unicorn. Ooh, okay. So Beatrice and Berkeley, your insight, the animal does not appear to be diseased.
Okay.
You don't see anything that indicates extreme bondage. There's no manacles on the creature. And before you came along, it looks like it hadn't really been injured. Blue,
Are we all
you
giggling about this?
recognize, Blue, you recognize that this unicorn is a fey creature.
Uh-oh.
You recognize that the shimmering of the coat was its natural resistance to magic. They don't always resist everything, but they do resist magic sometimes due to their fey nature. You also know that the reason why it's covered in blood is because unicorns will drink blood. It's been feeding off of its prey, which is why there's been smaller blood stains than what one might expect from slaughtering a goat.
Hmm.
So it's covered in goat blood.
It's
Presumably.
covered in a lot of different blood. You
And
see
presumably
things
blood.
that are definitely not goat viscera. Little clumps of fur, feathers, and you don't know, because this is Humblewood, you don't know if those were sentient beings or not.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take a torn.
How do you intend to do that?
That's a good question. I don't know if I have a knife.
Peck it off.
Yeah,
Gnaw it off.
that's what I probably fused to its
Peck
skull.
it off. I just like
And I peck it off.
took a second to get to my brain, but lol.
Lol.
Blue, you happen to know that a unicorn horn is outrageously strong,
Mm.
and
How long is it?
cutting it off is going to take a powerful tool.
Okay.
What about the unicorn skull?
More powerful than a hand axe.
Well, yeah. What about
I
pulling
mean,
on it?
The hand axe could attempt it, yes.
Hey,
You would
Beatrice.
have to roll you'd have to roll an attack with your hand axe.
No, I don't. Beatrice isn't into that. Beatrice
Uh,
feels kind of guilty about slaughtering a unicorn.
Yeah, Blue just is. I think that thing is a little too hard to cut through, but you can make your own decisions. I'm gonna go look around elsewhere and investigate.
I don't want to.
I don't know.
I don't want to curse my hand axe. I've won a couple of bets on this thing. I don't want any bad unicorn juju on my hand axe.
Oh, all I have is a dagger and a light hammer.
A dagger and a what?
Light hammer. Or,
Jeez.
yeah.
Well,
So
Like, I have any
Berkeley, if you would like to collect more fleshy samples, you would need some sort of container if you were to collect the blood. And if you're going to collect the blood sooner rather than later is probably preferable, because it's leaking out quite a bit from that shoulder wound and the arrow in the neck artery. But getting things like hair, skin, meat, those things would all be relatively simple.
Unicorn meat.
You could make a unicorn loot if you got the hair, Hannah.
I
Or
know.
not Hannah.
I was.
Jill.
Who is that? Who's that person?
Okay.
I know. I was thinking about making a flute
Well,
out
water
of but that seems not doable. Maybe like a drumstick.
No. All I have is a water skin to collect, and I kind of need that for, water. So, I'm gonna collect some of the hair and like maybe the fur, because who knows, we might need it later. Also, later, essentially.
I'd like to collect some of the hair too and wash it off later.
All right, yeah. Go ahead, carve off the trophies that you deem acceptable and add them to your character sheet's inventory.
Can we be those weirdos that just carry around a severed unicorn head?
Oh, God.
Follow your heart.
I think Beatrice is the only one big enough to actually do so.
Beatrice doesn't wanna.
Like,
Beatrice is like cleaning off her weapons, looking kind of disgruntled. Like, I didn't want to murder the unicorn, but I didn't want to die either, and I don't want to desecrate the body.
I think it's more just for research. I don't know. Also,
Yeah, no, I understand the research, but I'm not gonna carry around a unicorn head. That's not in my list of to-dos.
Darn.
I don't see I only see negatives from that.
I don't know. It might make a good present.
So, Beatrice, as you see Berkeley carve off parts of the unicorn, you recall you have heard rumors that Berkeley is a healer who has perhaps lost their way, perhaps even gone bad. And seeing them carve off parts of the unicorn, you kind of start thinking, yeah, maybe that rumor was accurate. This seems kind of sketch.
Hey, Berkeley, what do you need those parts for?
Well, we can't take the unicorn anywhere, can we?
It's
the
a
animation.
medium-sized creature, so theoretically, a few of you could drag it somewhere if you were so inclined.
Can
And
we do a Frankenstein type experiment?
Gerald!
Gerald!
Mr. Pancakes!
So, Gerald, now that you're up close and the frenzy of battle is starting to wear off, you notice that Berkeley and Beatrice are missing their eyebrows. There's just bright pink skin with no fur.
Where did your eyebrows go? Is this the new fashion trend that I'm not up on? What happened?
no, it's not. And also, Beatrice, we can't take the unicorn. So I need to find out if there's something wrong with it, and I can't do that here.
I mean, there's clearly something wrong with it. It's covered in blood and viscera, and also it's dead.
Yeah.
So, Blue, I see that you've left your tree. What are you doing?
Blue ran over to talk to Maro?
Ogden Morrow, yeah.
Alright. Was he or was Morrow behind the door, or is he just like chilling at the doorway?
He was inside and the door was barricaded.
Okay.
So you'd have to do something to signal that it was safe.
Sure. Oh fuck. Oh, I remember there was a secret knock. But okay, so Blue goes like, oh Jesus, okay, knock. Yeah, that's the one.
So you hear a clacking, and then you hear click, 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 as several keys are turned and bars are slid, and the heron-like face peeks out the door, and he goes, "Blue, that you?"
Yeah, we might have taken care of the stabby goat problem.
So a hand reaches out and hands you, or holds out, I should say, an iron horseshoe. And he says, "You know the drill."
Put his hands out.
So he sees your hand clasp around it, and he kind of nods. He sticks his head out, and he calls out, "Is it done?"
Yup.
Yeah, I think we're more than done.
So Ogden kind of walks out, and he looks down and goes, "I knew it.
You knew what?
This is an unseelie unicorn.
Oh.
Are you all right?
See it.
Because you're covered in blood at this point. If you weren't injured in battle, you've been carving off pieces and standing in the puddle of blood. So you all look very horror show. So he goes, "Who's hurt?"
I kind of look down and like pat myself, and I'm like, well, some of this could be my blood.
DM, any of us actually take like damage during the fight? I feel like I
did.
Yeah,
Beatrice is at half health.
Oh, shit.
that kind of snaps me out of it, and I go, "Oh yeah, right." And I feel like I have cure wounds, maybe.
Doesn't our bird friend have an ability or something? Do you need to do it? Or I don't know, I thought he had a special thing, but my brain's bubbling.
Which bird friend, the farmer or the bard?
The farmer.
So Ogden says, "I don't got much in the way of special powers, but I got a warm bed and some fine turnip stew. I'll put the heart right back in you."
You wanna hose me off first?
Okay, never mind. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, he points at the bucket and he goes, "There's a nice big water trough right there."
I kind of start cleaning myself off and like inspecting my wounds. Is like a night of rest gonna fix me up, or do I need some extra help here?
A long rest would restore your hit points and spell slots. Yes.
Okay.
Mr. Ogden, sir,
Yes.
what do you mean by unseelie? I can see the unicorn.
He kind of pauses, and then he gives you a playful punch in the arm and goes, "You city folk are all right." He says, "Come inside. It's dark. Who knows what else is out there? I'll explain. You've done me a favor."
Okay.
Can I take a yeah, I'll do this in character. Guys, I'm gonna take a long rest. Will you fill me in later?
I mean, you're welcome to
okay.
come in and eat up, and I'll explain while we get you settled.
Okay. Thank you,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, Gerald's
All
gonna
right.
Bird folk.
stuff too.
So he goes back in. He kind of waves for you to join him. As you enter the house, it's a simple rustic house. It looks like he lives alone. He has a nice little simple dining table, small. You could play poker on it. And as you huddle around the table, he dishes out some hot stew and some homemade beer. It's not filtered, it's a little thicker than you're accustomed to your beer being, but it goes down well enough at this time of night. He says, "When I was a boy, Meadow Fen wasn't like the other places. Nights were magic. Lights of all colors dancing in the depths of the hedgerows and among the trees and hills. The old folks, God bless them now, said that Marrowfen stood near the borders of the Fae. And in times of conjunction, the Fae would spill in to our land. It was said that the good folk, the Fae, would hold banquets on a mound near the wood, and the nobles of Fae would hunt in the woods and the meadows around it. Well, we'd all steer clear of that hill, lest they had business with the fair folk. They say that in those hills lie the portals that open when conjunction is upon us. The stories say 900 years ago was the last major conjunction when the portals stayed open for weeks, months. A disagreement occurred between the fair folk and Meadowfen, and we were at war. And as the conjunction went on, the battles grew larger and more heated as more and more fake come through. We're seeing this escalate again. It's said among town that these attacks aren't just Fae running wild. The Fae have been angered, and that unseelie unicorn tells me the one who's been angered was the queen.
Uh-oh.
Do you? So Berkeley's been listening and trying to suss out stuff, but Berkeley speaks up and goes, "Do you remember what the first war was in a disagreement over?"
It was very long ago, but the first war, the stories say, was because someone or something was stolen from the Fae Kingdom. And the king and queen wanted it back. The king is the Seelie Lord, Lord of Summer. The queen is the unseelie Queen, Lord of Winter. That unicorn, That was not a summer unicorn. Them's the ones, and he kind of winks at the bard. He says, them's the ones that find virgins out in the fields. Unseelie unicorns are vicious hunters of man. My bet is someone has upset the queen, and hostilities will continue until she is satisfied or the conjunction is over.
Wait.
Who'd
Go ahead.
want to upset the queen of the Fae?
No one with any sense in their noggin. But she is a queen. She's rich. Are you saying that you wouldn't be tempted to steal any magic treasure that happened to stumble in your path?
Does
Hmm.
so is the conjunction something that happens like clockwork?
Tain't regular enough to be clockwork. Regular enough for, say, a farmer's almanac to get it right once in a while.
So nobody triggers the conjunction. No one forces it to happen. It just happens.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And he kind of waves and he's like, some cycles of the moon and stars. I don't follow any of that.
Conjunction, junction, what?
What's your function?
Would
Opening portals and letting out unicorns.
as a cleric, would I know anything that would trigger something like that?
Can you go ahead and roll Arcana for me?
Yes, I certainly can.
Okay. A critical success and a critical failure. Berkeley is a land of contrasts.
I know.
So,
I just roll
Nervous.
okay. I either
so,
I don't.
so Berkeley is starting to see all the pieces come together. The snippets that you heard from the library investigation, the snippets that you've heard, you know that this isn't something that can be activated by a single individual. The conjunction happens when planes move and overlap each other in a great cosmic dance. It's a celestial event. There are portals, and it is possible for the folks on the other side to close said portals. The conjunction simply makes it easier to open the portals and makes it possible. So theoretically, the portals could be closed if parties on both sides were interested in doing so. But it looks like that is not the case. Not if we're getting unicorns out here.
Okay.
Interesting.
Would I also know if? Would I also know that? Would I also have any knowledge of the unicorn or the unsealed unicorn and conjunction together? Like anything to connect the two in any way other than the fact that what Ogden just told us about the unsealed unicorn being sent from the queen?
So you know that fae are not common, and to have a creature from that particular court here, this is not just a random happenstance. This creature came from a portal. It has recently entered.
Hey,
Two Celies enter, one shall leave.
Ogden, sir, my good man. You said something about a mound? Are there dead
there's
people inside the mound?
Yeah. So
Isn't that's where we're going next?
Well, there's several mounds out there. Used
Okay.
to be where we buried our greatest heroes and our noblest dead. And yeah, there's some natural hills scattered in there too. Some of the folks will tell you they're the barrows of giants, if you believe it. But it might be worth visiting those barrows because they also happen to be near the borders of Fae. Some even say that some Fae heroes who died on this side during the war were buried there. Now, what barrow? I couldn't tell you. You'll have to investigate. But
Okay.
sure as a goat shits on the soil, that's where your portals are going to be. I can point you towards the barrows, but finding the right one, that's on you.
No, but
No.
yes. So Berkeley like goes back through their belongings, and they pull out the drawings from the bar, because I and goes, I don't, something doesn't add up, and I don't think we've killed. I think we've killed your problem, but I don't think we've solved the problem that we're here for. And Berkeley pulls out the drawing and hands it to Ogden and says, "Have you ever seen any of these monsters?"
So he looks at the drawing and he points at the horse made of fire with rhino horns and says, "Well, I'm pretty sure that's what's rotting in my yard right now." And he looks through it and he goes, "Well, the furry boulder with golden eyes. Well, this could be anything. The giant wolf. I've heard stories of this too, and I've heard the wolves out there. Now, that might just be a regular winter wolf, but this is an odd time of year for them to be here. It could be Fey creature and a bat made out of what's this?" And he kind of squints and he's like, "This bug bat. Again, it could be a natural beast here. Could be a Fey beast." He squints and he can read the signature and he goes, "Gerald, did you see these things?"
Oh
I have magnificent copying skills. As
What'd you copy it from?
other drawings. I'm very, very good at that.
What were the other drawings from?
From what's my buddy's name? He runs a bar with his wife. They're madly in love.
Laura and Traven.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, that lovely, lovely couple.
Yes, they're.
Oh, they're all rumor mongers. They just gather all that nonsense. Well, if they told you that this is what people are reporting, then people certainly have been seeing this. Some of it sounds like Fey creatures. Some of it, I don't know. But like I said, this is just the start. Until the queen is satisfied, more are going to come through.
Ooh. Well, how about that turnip soup?
Ogden kind of looks sad for a moment and he says something like, "It's my late wife's recipe. She'd be mighty pleased that you liked it."
Aw.
When did your wife?
It's real good.
She died sometime before my third wife died, and sometime after my first wife died.
How many wives do you have?
Well, right now, I have none, and I call that enough.
They die, Ogden.
Same as how anyone does. One in childbirth, one from the consumption, and one, well, we had an argument and her heart done exploded in her chest. Or so the doctors tell me. She kind of just turned red and fell over.
God.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Love will come and go, my friend.
I hear that.
If I look around, do I see anything of note that could possibly be like, a murder weapon?
Beatrice has just been like helping herself to multiple servings of this soup and like is listening to the information but doesn't have anything to say about it.
No, there's you don't see anything insidious in the farmhouse. It's just a very boomer bird in a old man bachelor pad of a farmhouse.
Okay, all right.
You can you roll insight for me?
Yeah.
Anybody or just Berkeley?
Berkeley. You don't get the impression that he's murdered anyone. You get the impression that he might be a little bit lonely, but he's too much of a tough old bird to admit to it. So he's kind of covering it up with humor.
Okay. He's just unlucky in love, that's all. There are no
there's no bloody scythes on the wall.
Like the imprints.
Nobody's carved "help me" in the windows or anything like that.
like fingernails that are just left on like the windowsills from like being dragged away.
No, there's not a bowl of teeth anywhere. It's a little messy. It looks like no one has dusted in the last decade. And you notice that the cast iron pan on the kind of stove plate next to the fireplace, it's a little rusted, and you're wondering if he's been cleaning it with soap and water like an idiot because no one's told him better.
That,
but
it's just been
other than that,
pan.
That's where all the
soup
flavor
kind of tastes
is.
like pennies, guys.
So I guess I'll help myself to some dinner, but damn, did not expect to find myself in the company of a poor old man who just did not put the break.
Unicorn
Sons of the soil.
Sons of the soil.
He says, you've done me a great service. You're welcome to my bed. I'm happy to put out some straw, or I think we got some old quilts. They might have a few holes, but I'm happy to put out some of wife two's quilts for you.
I do.
But you're welcome to bed down here and take off in the morning, and I can sketch a map for you if you like.
Yes, please.
Be fantastic.
Thank you so much.
I've since he's fed us, I've taken a shine to this old man, and I'm like, so if you ever find yourself feeling a bit lonely and you find yourself in the brothel, mention my name and see if they'll give you a discount.
They might charge more considering what you've done.
The girls like me. The matron maybe not so much, but the girls, I've got their back.
Just tell the matron that you punched her in the face and it'll be fine.
It takes him a hot second to understand, and he goes, oh, dearie, the spirit's willing, but the flesh is limp and withered. Don't you worry about me.
Would you say it's
Happens to
got
the best of us.
goosebumps?
I do have
Maybe Berkeley here can make you some unicorn blood potion, and it'll put the spunk right back in you.
But if it lasts for more than 4 hours, you gotta go.
Berkeley goes, so I do have one request. Do you happen to have extra water skins that I could potentially just have?
Ogden kind of cocks his head and he's like, "You're thirsty. Thirsty little boy." Little possum. So
Not
he
Not a
goes
boy.
over and, I'm sorry, Berkeley. So he goes over and he scoops up he kind of ruffles through, and a few moths fly off. You may see like a mouse dash to the other corner of the hut, and he kind of, it almost looks like a repurposed bagpipe sack. Like,
Gotta have a bagpipe for
this water skin has had multiple lives. And he's like, I don't know how long it'll last you, but if this is what you want, and he holds it out, it's yours.
And I graciously take it and I go, thank you. Thank you. And I'm gonna look at it real quick to see if it's falling apart and if it's like viable for holding anything other than maybe more dust.
So it looks like it's a sack of fabric. The inside is a little rigid.
Mhm.
It looks like the inside is coated in wax, and then it has kind of an outer layer of thicker fabric. The outer layer is ragged. The inner layer, it's a little tough, but you think it would serve for your nefarious blood purposes.
Okay. I guess I'll just, get as much dust off as possible and use it for. I'll go back outside and get some of the blood.
Roll a Constitution save, Berkeley.
Okay.
Constitution.
Oh no. Save.
Yep. Okay. As you dust it off, some mold gets in your nose and you cough a few times, but you're otherwise fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm not gonna go out quite yet. I'm gonna wait for everybody to go to bed. But
it's fine. It's fine.
I'll be okay. And I nod my head and I go, thank you again. It's really appreciated.
You're most welcome. And he basically goes and he just flops down in front of the fire.
Mhm.
He just flops down, no blanket, no nothing. He just curls up, and in 5 minutes, you're just hearing this, like, he's out.
What is that?
This is a man who has worked hard and slept hard every day for decades, and he's out.
Beatrice is also out in 5 minutes.
What is that like, y'all? What is that like? That's the life.
Yeah, Gerald Pancakes is going to attempt to cuddle up to Beatrice. And
Oh God, fucking damn it!
he like tucks his head underneath his wing.
What's the cuddle save?
Cuddle save.
I think it's Dex, but if you're really creeped out, it might be Wisdom.
I'm gonna say Beatrice is not aware of this, but kind of like keeps like twisting and pushing. And, like, if she knew, she would not be okay with it, but she's like passed the fuck out. Like when she wakes up, she's gonna push you to the other side of the room. She doesn't have feelings or affection.
So Berkeley, you're popping out for blood.
Yeah, when everyone falls asleep.
It'll be a little bit
Alright.
Voldemorty.
So Berkeley, it's the wee hours. It's probably close to 2 a.m., maybe 3 at this point.
Uh-huh.
You creep outside. Roll perception for me, please.
Can do. Just a perception check, not a save or anything.
Yep, just perception.
Okay. Oh fuck.
So suspicious.
Don't
Okay.
be suspicious. Suspicious.
You hear a giggling. Can you roll a dex save for me, please?
Yes, I can do that. Oh,
Can you roll a good one?
So you're outside, you've heard a giggle, and as you take a step closer to the unicorn, you fall flat on your face. Just flat on your face. You don't damage anything, but when you look down, you notice that someone has tied your boots together.
Okay.
You swear they weren't tied together while you were in the hut because you were able to walk out without issue. But now, yeah.
I'm gonna. I guess I don't really have a choice. I'm gonna fucking untie my shoes. I can't walk on a
Do so. Your shoes are back to their single state and no longer linked.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back to getting the thing that I want, which is this unicorn blood. Not for nefarious purposes, y'all. Literally for research.
Don't believe you. Well, I'm asleep. I don't think anything.
You now have an entire dank old man bagpipe wineskin full of unicorn blood. Please add that to your inventory and question your life choices.
Old man bag full of unicorn blood.
Cool. And then I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna put it with my stuff and go to bed.
You do so. The rest of the night is uneventful. You don't hear any giggles inside the house. Beatrice, your hit points are recovered. Anyone who expended spell slots, your spell slots are recovered. If you are a class that has to prepare specific spells, please mark the ones that you prepare for the morning. It is now a brand new day. The sun is shining. There are birds apparently in the trees right outside the hut, and they are shrieking their bird love songs. Morrow is already up. He is cooking a slurry that he calls coffee and complaining about said birds, ironically enough.
One quick note. Even though I went to bed kind of late, I don't suffer any exhaustion at all?
I am going to give everybody a long rest.
Okay, cool.
Aww. Thanks, Dr. DM.
Benevolent DM.
Lady
Not
Doctor.
punishing us.
Aw, flattery is going to keep you alive. All right. So for slaying the unicorn and learning some more of the mystery, you have all been awarded EXP. This EXP is going to bring you to 250 experience points total.
Woo! Okay, so I don't have to do the math adding it to the thing that we already had. Yay!
So you were at 125, you're now at 250.
Yay.
It is a brand new day. There's coffee slurry available. What do you do next?
And drink
Give me some coffee slurry.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy it. I have no taste.
He decants some into a crude wooden mug for you. It's steaming. It tastes like bitterness incarnate. And it hits your bloodstream like lightning.
Ooh.
Suddenly, the story of his wife's heart exploding no longer seems suspicious. If this is what she was drinking every day, it seems like it had been inevitable.
Which of your wife's recipes is this?
That'd be wife number 3, bless her heart.
The kicker.
I'm gonna take a moment and go outside for some 5-minute meditation, reacquaint myself with the fact that I am a cleric and there are gods need to be appeased.
So Berkeley, upon stepping outside, can you roll a perception check?
Oh God, no, I don't. This is not gonna be good. Oh, not bad.
You notice that the unicorn's corpse has melted into the soil and it is gone,
Ew.
except for a gleaming 3-foot-long horn.
Hey!
Oh, snap!
Okay, I'm gonna tell no one.
It's
First of all, I'm telling no one. I'm just gonna take it.
all right.
Titus.
Yeah.
Awesome.
How tall are you? How can you hide this horn?
I have giant backpack. I don't know.
I have the
All
best
right.
posture all of a sudden.
So
You just happened to see me.
Berkeley, you should see this in your journal now. Do you see it?
Hold on one second. Yes, I do.
Now, Berkeley,
Yes.
you are I see that your alignment is neutral. Is it neutral, good? Tell me a bit more about Berkeley.
It's neutral. So Berkeley is a traveling healer. Not like the snake oil person
Mhm.
or salesman. Just a healer. They're looking for something. And they're neutral because their clan, where they grew up, they believe in being one with the forest and everything around. So life is life and death is death, and both are beautiful, and both are, one needs the other to continue on. So they don't necessarily believe that death is evil or bad, or people are necessarily bad or evil. It's just everything has a little bit of each, and it's their job to uphold that sort of balance.
Excellent. So as you hold this horn in your hand, it thrums with chaotic magic.
Ooh.
This is not the horn of a creature of order.
Mm.
This is the horn of a creature of winter, a creature of death, and a creature of chaos. And it speaks to you just a little bit. Because just like you looking at the balance of life and death, you can kind of see how this horn is part of the balance between order and chaos, summer and winter, and perhaps even life and death itself. The point is wickedly sharp. And should you choose to do so, you think you could use this as a potential effective weapon.
Nice.
Fuck yeah, I'm taking it.
But
I can't let it go.
Don't.
I'm not. It's mine. It's mine. It's my precious.
I hit it first. I get it. I drew first
Well,
blood.
he's the only one outside.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I drew first blood.
He
I don't know what's
is
happening.
inside. They are outside. So
Yeah.
they have collected this. Now it is 3 foot long.
Mhm.
So it might be a smidge difficult to conceal upon entering the home. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
just put it in your pants and be real boastful about it.
I'm in like, whoa. Well, okay.
Wait, it's such a good. It's like,
really
are,
good
are you a
morning.
girl or a boy? What's in your pants? A unicorn horn.
Oh,
Who's going horny, girl?
that seems oddly.
Specific.
It seems very appropriate for the non-binary person to be like, my genitalia are unicorns.
Exactly.
If I mean, I'm gonna look around and like see if there is a way to conceal it, but I don't think I can because I mean, wearing like loose robes and stuff like that, it would stick out like.
How tall are you?
Like, hello. It's like, who is it? No.
You could like wrap it in wheat or something, or like stick it in a tree branch.
My broom, guys.
Berkeley doesn't feel like they could let this go because I mean, technically, it like it's there. It's for anyone's taking, and I just happen to be out there first,
Sure.
so it's fine.
You are welcome to carry your horn however you like into the house. How well you hide it is up to your ingenuity and their perception.
Okay.
Oh, I can't wait to roll perception.
Hope for the best. We're just gonna hope for the fucking best.
So are you
I get to
cramming this
roll yet?
3-foot
Oh, shit,
thing in
that's
your
not what I wanted.
pants, or
Yes, like a little sword. Like in Redwood, the books, you see like the little like mouse with the sword that's way too long and it's got no like scabbard or anything. It's just like sitting in the belt. I'll do it that way.
all right? So Berkeley, you should see the horn attack listed under attacks and spellcasting now as an option for attack. It is considered a +1 magical weapon, so there is that.
Awesome.
As you walk in, you notice that your movement is hampered because this is 3 foot. It's almost half your height, and it's forcing you to keep one leg perfectly straight. So you're kind of limping, hobbling in. And I think the only one that might need to roll perception is Pancakes, if we're going to be honest.
Can I do it
I
anyways?
think everyone you can do it anyway, but I feel like most of you have immediately noticed. Yeah. Drill
Aw, I
Pancakes. Beatrice, you notice the individual spiral ridges against Berkeley's pants. Lou and Gerald, you notice. He's walking funny. You don't think it's because Berkeley's happy to see you. You don't necessarily realize it's a horn, but there is clearly a rod stuffed in their pants. What you choose to do with this information is, of course, up to you.
You having a good morning there, buddy?
Good morning, actually. I've had a great meditation.
Yeah, you seem to be quite the early riser there.
Unfortunately, this is just a byproduct of meditation.
Makes you a little stiff.
Color me impressed, friend. I mean, I didn't know you had it in you, but alrighty, okay. No wonder you were at the brothel.
No wonder they charge
So,
you at the brothel.
so Ogden kind of scans you up and down and says, "That's from meditation?" And he kind of moseys over and he leans in and kind of whispers, "Can you teach me how to meditate?"
Berkeley freezes and goes, yes, but not right this second.
Ogden kind of looks around and it's like, it's you're welcome to go to the privy if you need some privacy to meditate more.
No, I need this to last for as long as possible. It's a lesson in delayed gratification.
If you're not careful, you'll be sent to horny jail.
Well, I was young once too.
But I'll grab.
Don't get too ambitious because it will start to swell and hurt.
I'll grab Ogden's arm and go, here's the secret. You have to appreciate the nature around you for what it is.
I really don't want to appreciate that any closer than we already are, Berkeley. He looks deeply uncomfortable. You came into his house as heroes and friends, and now he's a little nervous for his own safety.
So I look down at me holding his hand, and I go, and I let go, and I go, but no, appreciating nature is the biggest part.
Quote the Raven.
Quote the Raven. So let me draw that map for you so you can get on your way.
Greatly appreciated.
And he rifles through. He has clearly already written up the map, and he is going through the motions again, hoping you're not going to notice. And he looks over, and he's holding it out, and he's like, "Here you go."
I'll take it.
Thanks.
And I kind of do the, like that, like a just got laid pose where it's like the cross between like the Wonder Woman and like the front, the back lean sort of. I'll do like that.
Yep. Berkeley's come so far from terrified to talk to people in the tavern. Now they're coming on to elderly farmers.
We're getting us kicked out of places.
We're only 2 sessions in.
I think the thought is that maybe if I make this more awkward, they won't say anything. They won't notice my giant horn that I've been carrying around.
Maybe not to your face,
noticed, but you are going to have such a hard time moving on. It's like having a in your pants.
I'll take the map and I'll go, okay, is there anything we should know? Like anything we should avoid?
Well, I would have said avoid unseelie unicorns. And prove me wrong. Just watch out for each other. That's my primary advice. Things are not always as they seem when you are dealing with the Fae. Be prepared for illusion.
Ooh. You got another one of those horseshoes lying around?
Oh.
I do. It's a small one. It almost looks like it was for a goat, even though goats really don't wear shoes. And he hands it to you. It weighs about half a pound.
Cool.
So if anyone wants to add that to their inventory, you will have 1 shoe.
One shoe. I don't mind unless somebody wants it. I don't mind adding it.
I cannot carry anything.
Yeah, go ahead and add it.
Yeah, your pack is full.
With the Raven.
The Raven. Okay, here's a dumb question. Where do I add it? Oh, here we go. Nope.
Yep, just go on your character sheet under inventory. So you just go on a new line and type in horseshoe half a pound.
Thank you.
So it's assumed that you've refilled your water skins. It's assumed that you've dressed and you've put on whatever protective materials you would normally wear. I presume that there's a level of competence because you are adventurers. It's assumed that you've refilled any rations that you've consumed with some various edibles, probably a turnip-based pastry from Ogden. He's happy to send you on your way.
What
Turnip-based
that-
pastries.
Like,
I love turnip pastries.
He's like the Jewish mom. He's like, don't go hungry.
No. And like
Oh.
you notice that they're also very salty if you nibble them. They taste like earthy salt and pennies.
I really like this dude. Is there anything that like needs fixing that he can't fix that maybe I can with my not Tinker Tot skills?
Oh,
Ground
the
craft.
only thing that had been damaged was the fence, and he has already fixed it to his satisfaction. Whether it would be to others is debatable.
Would you
But
Damaged at all?
would you say that you maybe ground up some of that iron horseshoe and put it in the pastry?
you don't think that he's put iron in the pastry, but you do suspect that he probably cooks everything in that one cast iron pan, and there's
kinda rusty.
probably some rust in there.
So it's not something Gerald Pancakes would have thought of, but grinding down iron into dust would be a good attack thing if you like put it in your hand and go blow it at a general fey person who is attacking you.
Iron shavings.
Iron shave.
If that folklore is indeed accurate, yeah.
Only works if it's accurate. Otherwise, we're just carrying around that horseshoe.
I mean, it doesn't hurt. Well, unless we throw it.
Yeah. Then it would hurt.
That's the thing about horseshoes. Even the non-fey, if you clunk them good, it's gonna be effective.
All right. Well, are we?
I forgot I have leather crafting skills. I asked him, is there any leather items you need repaired?
He
said no.
He cocks his head to the side. He hands you some leather gloves. Looks like that's what he's been using when he tills the soil. They're a little worn. But other than that, he doesn't own a ton of leather.
That checks out. Can I fix them and give them back to him? Do I need to roll some?
You do so. He's very excited. So far, you're getting better and better the more he hangs out with you. You're the gift that keeps on giving. So he's just delighted. He offers you another pastry.
I accept.
I just realized we could have made something out of unicorn leather if you had those skills.
Yeah.
I don't know that I can tan things. I think I have to take already leathered items.
And it may have turned into goo anyways, so.
That's true.
I don't know. Do I still have the hair I cut off the unicorn, or has it become goop?
That is an excellent question. The hair seems to have disappeared, and you find some golden dust that glitters and sparkles.
I'm gonna put it on today.
Dissipates.
Wait, so if I check it out,
Oh.
The glitter went away. I don't get to wear it.
So probably so as you look at the glitter, when the sunlight hits it, it just disappears.
So I just have another empty water skin.
So you have a grody empty water skin, yes.
Great. I'm gonna get rid of that as not right for a second.
Hey, there might be more blood you need to collect.
Yeah. We hold out hope for more blood.
Aren't we like looking for bones or something? I don't remember.
Burial mound.
There's burial mounds, and
maybe
he
there's
suspects
some
that
burial
some of them.
juice you want to collect later.
Oh, that sarcophagus juice. What's the worst that could happen?
2020. That's the worst that can happen.
2020.
Beatrice is fully sated on rusty turnip pastries and is ready to hit the mounds.
Samesies.
Yep, I'm ready.
I'm ready, Scatty. I'm ready, Scatty.
Well, thank you very much for your hospitality, friend.
Yes, thank you.
He as you walk away, you see him, waving his arms. You leave with a new friend.
Aw, plus one friend.
Plus one friend. Down one unicorn.
Up one
So
horny
you
pants.
You march through the woods. Based on the map Ogden gave you, it's about 2-3 hour walk. You left fairly early, all things considered. So by your reckoning, you're probably going to get to where the mounds are within a couple hours.
Is I forgot your name. Berkeley still limping?
Yep. In fact,
That's his new state of being.
Yeah.
what normally would have been a 2-hour journey is looking like it's going to be closer to 3 because Berkeley is really struggling over the terrain, not being able to bend your knee. Turns out is a nuisance when hiking.
So I take Berkeley to the side and I try to whisper as best I can. I'm like, do you need a piggyback ride?
I stop and I like deer in the headlights, like,
Your newfound appendage is slowing us down a little bit. If you catch my drift.
and I just go, okay, out loud. Yep. Mm-hmm. Please give me a piggyback ride.
So I just pop Berkeley on my shoulders, and do I need to roll to see if I'm like strong enough to just like duke it out?
Should I roll to see if I can feel the fact that my third appendage is, or my new appendage is not really what they think it is?
I mean, I know what it is. I know. I see the spirals. Like, I know. I'm just pretending I don't know.
Thank God.
So Berkeley, go ahead and roll Dex save for me as you clamber up there.
Don't fall off my shoulders, ding dong.
Bad idea.
Oh. As you clamber up, the tip of the horn rips your pants because it is a magical +1 weapon and a pearlescent horn. About 6 inches peeks out, somewhere around your mid shin. It does not poke Beatrice. You are able to move quickly enough that you don't stab her in the kidney with your pants horn.
Oh my word!
But it is out there, and it is sparkly as hell.
Oh, sparkly!
I'm gonna try.
With a unicorn horn?
What is that?
Any of that with an answer, I am just going to simply ignore. I'm not going to say it's no.
Berkeley, what's coming out of your pants?
It's my penis.
You have a very interesting and shiny penis.
Don't put your penis on my
I feel
shoulders.
like Gerald would be like, it's spiraled like a duck. I didn't think humble folk would have that. I thought that would only be us bird folk.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm dying.
I'm not justifying any of this with an answer.
Was your mother a duck?
Yes, she was.
Gerald Pancakes, I need you to roll perception for me, please.
Please crit fail. Please crit fail.
There's Snowden. And perception.
Aw,
Fuck.
What did I do?
So,
good job.
Oh, I did.
Gerald Pancakes,
Oh,
as you stare at the possum's crotch, two things happen. The first thing that happens is you notice the glint and gleam is very familiar. It's reminiscent of the unicorn. You saw it try to stab Beatrice a few times, and while it was dark, you have a memory for shiny things.
so shiny.
The other thing that happens is you notice a gleaming gold coin sitting at the base of the tree behind Berkeley.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh
Is it
no.
Wait, which shiny though? Which shiny do I? But there's a horn and there's a coin.
There's a shiny horn in his pants and a bright, freshly minted gold coin at the base of the tree.
Oh,
What you
no.
do with this information is up to you.
Gerald Pancakes is frozen in indecision because they're both shiny. But which one do I do? This?
I'm trying to move forward as quickly as possible because I want to get to these mounts.
I'm like grabbing on to like run for dear life, like trying not to move. Like fuck.
Blue is just trying to figure all this out and just looking horrified and just like just trying to press forward too.
Blue,
Gerald
roll
Pancakes.
perception for me, please.
I don't know. Who?
Blue.
Okay.
All you notice is that your three companions are weird.
Blue shakes his head. Figures,
He's
but
not
all right,
wrong.
let's go. Well, I knew that already.
I think Gerald Pancakes will dive for the coin real quick and then come back to the conversation about the
All right, Gerald, I need you to roll another perception and roll a dex save, please.
Okay. Oh, loading. Perception. What? Boop. How'd I do? Oh, not great.
Oh damn.
And dexterity.
Dex save, yep.
Saving throw. Okay. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Quite agile.
So you reach for the coin. Right before your fingers touch it, the coin poofs out of existence.
Oh.
And a beehive falls directly below or directly above. It crashes inches from your head, but you are so dexterous. Maybe you saw it out of your peripheral vision. You lurch backwards and you manage to flail far enough away that the bees swarm on the tree trunk and leave you be.
They left me be. Oh, lucky. Oh, that was a close one, guys.
The fuck are you doing back there?
There was a coin. It looked very shiny. Speaking of shiny, what is coming out of your pants?
None of your business.
As you move
Kinda
towards
waving
the mounds, Berkeley is about to get way less comfortable for you. As you move towards the mound, spread before you, there are several hills of different sizes. One of the mounds, one of the closer ones, has a series of standing stones in front of it, and you notice that the horn in your pants is starting to jerk and tug towards that mound.
What the fuck's going
Quote
on
the
up there?
Raven.
The raven, indeed.
I'm gonna panic, cause that's what. Is there any way that I can like hold on to Beatrice for dear life and simultaneously maybe keep my dick in my pants, my horn?
It
Out of
doesn't
character,
feel like
I'm
it's
okay
gonna
with
jerk
you steering
itself.
me like a mech.
It doesn't feel like it's jerking so hard that it's going to fling itself out of your pants,
Okay.
but it is very much tugging you like reins on a horse.
Okay.
It actively resists moving away from that mound.
Oh my
I'm gonna
gosh.
like
Oh my gosh.
touch Beatrice's head and go, I think we need to go towards that mound.
Okay.
That was simple. Yeah, but I'm being led towards this mound, so let's go.
Our new
Come on.
appendage.
Giddy up.
All right.
My appendage is telling me.
Here's the moment of truth where we find out if the dynamic lighting is fixed or not.
Oh boy.
What do you see?
A
Sir,
green hole.
Loading. I
Mapping
see a
dungeon.
hole.
Yeah.
A green hole.
I see two
Oh, it is a
black
hole.
things.
It looks like a circle.
Scroll down.
I
see-
Ooh, there's some.
A rock
Over
circle
here.
and two black things.
Yeah. And then there's us.
Yeah, it's us.
All right. So it looks like this is working.
Okay.
All right. So as you approach the mound, you see a circle of standing stones. This is the only mound that has the standing stones. They are large, black, almost monolithic figures. And then standing within the circle, chanting something that you don't know what they're saying, but it makes you uncomfortable, are two one who reaches cultists.
Mm.
They're quite foxy.
Mhm.
Yes, they would be the Vulpin humble folk.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
Can we walk around them?
You can. I'm not confident all of you can do so fluently, but yes, you can certainly try.
Especially with a gyrating, sparkly horn jutting out of.
I ask. I see these looming figures, and I ask my little shoulder friend if he wants, if they want to get off. Not like that.
Quote the Raven.
If they would like to disembark.
I think so, and I think I just can't. I'm. Yep, I do want to get off. But
Are we 12?
Yes.
yep, I'm gonna get off.
All right, Berkeley gets off all over Beatrice.
I'm willing.
And
Gerald, if
you
you wanna
notice that they're the two cultists, they are chanting. There's kind of wispy black smoke coming off of their robes a bit, and they have not noticed you.
Okay. I mean, there's like brush and stuff over the side. Could we walk through the brush and around them?
So you certainly could. These are more of a bit of tree line, but there certainly is sufficient brush and whatnot.
Okay. I want to like whisper to everybody, be like, "Hey, you guys just want to like go around these guys, like through the trees?"
Is it dark in the trees?
At a certain point, you can't see super deep into the forest because the trees do get a bit dense.
I have a skulker advantage on stealth checks made in dim and darkness. That's why I'm asking.
Same.
So I think if you got deep enough into the woods, that would be doable. I think it's going to be harder with Berkeley and his horn and their horn
His shiny
situation.
horn.
My horn.
tiny horn.
You're gonna be shiny and reflective, and you're not gonna be able to step very carefully. So it's gonna be like crash, glint, crash, glint.
Just be like, I'm a fairy as we go by.
Just don't mind us.
I should have put this on my back, but that would have been just as bad. Oh God.
Oh,
I have made my bed and I'm gonna lie in it. So
tinier than me. Feathers.
let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna get off and I'm gonna
So you notice now that the cultists are cutting their wrists and smearing something on the standing stones in their own blood. As they're doing this, you hear them go, "Hail! Hail the one who reaches! Hail the one who sings! Hail the one who manifests and with the darkness brings!" And so on and so forth, and other foreboding phrases.
okay.
Can I can I ready my javelin, and if something like if a creature erupts, be ready to toss it?
You certainly could.
Excellent. I am javelin prepared.
How catchy is their song?
Oh my God.
It's not catchy. It's closer to a Gregorian chant than anything else. So it's very flat.
Maybe a
Okay,
little goth
he won't be
Gregorian.
tempted to harmonize.
Okay, I feel like there's not much reason in hiding it anymore. Like we have shit to do and I need to know what this horn wants. So
let your horn guide you.
yeah, I'm gonna
Horn guy.
pull it out of my pants like a kid, like silly string or like that what is it?
Wow.
You mean like the handkerchiefs and
Yeah.
Are you pulling it out of the hole it's already poking out of, or out the top?
Out the top because shit, fuck, whatever. Just like pull it out the top. While I'm doing that, do I notice if that it's going any particular direction or it's like hinting? Like, can I perceive that?
It seems to be. I'm gonna see if I can. It seems to be pulling you this way.
Mhm.
Huh. Well, I'm gonna
And to the left.
try and follow it as stealthily as possible because I need to know what's going on.
You can try.
Where you going, Berkeley?
Hey.
I'm gonna ignore it and I'm just gonna follow because I need to know and it's driving me crazy. So would I roll
If you were trying to sneak past the cultists doing their ritual, you would have to stick to the trees and you would have to roll stealth.
Never mind. I'm just gonna stand there. But never mind. No, but on
So you're gonna stand there waving around this 3-foot unicorn horn that's wiggling.
That what it is?
That sounds like what's happening.
Yeah. No, I'll follow the unicorn horn and hope for the best. Gonna like dip into the trees and like stealthily see if I can get myself out of it.
Feel free to move your character token.
So I would like walk a little bit back. What is going on? I can't move it.
What?
I'm having problems moving my character token. Oh, there it is.
Is it the unicorn horn?
That's unicorn horn. Yeah. What are you doing?
It should allow you to move your.
It lets you move at one space, but it's like very. Huh.
Let me go ahead and re-add your token, and we'll see if that helps. All right, can you try that now?
Yeah.
Maybe because you were
Yeah.
attached to Beatrice.
Yeah, it's very slowly letting me move it. So I'm gonna go into the trees, and that's
I'm not seeing it move on my end,
Mm-mm.
which is a little funky.
Yeah, me either. Well, Roll20 was having some issues earlier. So
It may be worth doing a quick refresh, just F5, and see if that helps.
I'm just gonna move mine to see if I can. Mine's moving.
Hey, oh, now I'm on top of Berkeley. Okay.
here. Hop on my unicorn. Horn.
Oh,
you're in
now
two
we
places.
have. Okay.
Okay, that was interesting.
All right.
I'll follow Berkeley.
Yeah, I'm trying to follow
Because
Berkeley
tiny.
too, and continue to be stealthy and have my
No,
javelin raised.
I have a need, and while the cultists sound great, but damn, no.
So as you skirt the trees, you see. Where'd it go? I'm getting there. As you skirt the trees, you see a ghostly, violet-eyed owl. It's sitting on a high branch, and it's just watching.
What?
Blue, go ahead and roll a wisdom check.
Oh wait, shit, that was a saving throw.
A
Sorry,
wisdom save. Actually, a wisdom save works.
Okay.
That's what I should have said.
Oh, so just
All
Blue
right.
sees it?
Blue was the one that the owl was looking at. So, Blue, you feel dizzy for a second, and then you shake it off. And the owl spreads its wings and flies back off into the forest.
Okay. Luck out there.
Does Blue recall seeing the owl before, or does he make any sense of it from his previous banditries?
Can you do a nature check?
Try. Boop.
You know that it was an owl, and you know owls don't usually do that. It was a weird owl.
That was weird. Oh well. Moving on with my life, I suppose. Okay, well.
So, are you attempting to be sneaky as you pass these cultists?
Yes,
Fuck
we're
yeah.
being
I
very
feel like we
quiet.
would be.
Yes, we're trying to
All
avoid
right,
the cultists.
everyone roll stealth for me, please.
Okay.
Na-na-na-na-na.
That's fine.
Stealth check.
I've got.
Where did I put you, little stealth man?
Apologies, y'all. My Roll20 is being super laggy right now.
That's okay. I'm sure Stan. Ooh.
We're stealthing.
Ooh, Berkeley.
Stealth.
Ooh, Berkeley.
So you move pretty seamlessly through the forest, except right as Berkeley is walking by, the rays of the sun glint off the horn.
Oh, damn.
And right into the eyes of the cultists. It was like shining a spotlight. They have seen you.
Oh.
And one of them shouts angrily and points, and the other one steps forward. What are you doing? And what is that? And points at the horn.
None of your goddamn business.
Berkeley drew.
None of our business. Do you know where you trod?
Absolutely not.
It's a mound, right?
This is the mound of Sir Chide. And you are interrupting an important ceremony. Critical during the conjunction for our Lord. You must leave. And then he points at Berkeley and says, and you should give us that.
Can I like a side whisper to everybody? Like, isn't Sir Chide or whatever they said the one whose mound we were looking for? I think I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't, like, the player cannot recall. I don't know about my character.
Doesn't have any magical properties, right?
Which one?
The unicorn horn that I took.
Oh,
yeah, it's very magical.
Well, number one,
It's hella magical.
it's a magical weapon, number one. Number two, it is moving of its own accord. Indicates magic of some kind.
All right, I was just like, how magical are we talking about?
I try to intimidate the cultists and I say, how about I give you this javelin instead? To the face.
Roll intimidate, Beatrice.
Okie doke.
I'm trying to hold on to this horn for dear life because I don't.
Oh no, I did the wrong one. Sorry, it's really tiny.
Okay. So the cultist looks you up and down, does not like the look of that shit at all. He goes up to his fellow cultist and they talk for a bit. You notice that the cultist that you intimidated is just piecing the fuck out. He's going north. The cultist that he spoke with glares at you and removes an egg. It looks just like a chicken egg, maybe a goose egg, and slams it on the stone pedestal in front of them. How dare you? The cultist screams. As the egg cracks open, it is not a regular egg. Inside is a fetal deer dripping with ichor.
Dripping with what?
Ichor.
Blood.
It's not quite slime. It's not quite blood. It's ichor.
Viscera.
Uh-huh.
Is this a good time for a bathroom break?
Bio break.
Yeah, this would be a good time before shit gets more real.
All right.
Solid plan.
Okay. Where'd I go? There I am. Okay. Yes. Yeah, I was showing off, or that day that we were recording, I did get my vaccine shot. So throughout the recording, you could see me trying to work it out and then show it off at the very beginning. But yes, that day I had gotten it earlier. So, shot one done, get the next one. Maybe next week, so I'm almost there. Almost huggable, but even also still like very much keeping distance and masking, because that's what we do. Any hoodles, but yeah, shit's gonna get real next week. We will also be starting an hour later from now on, 8 p.m. Eastern time, since it seems like most folks get here later anyhow, and I want to make sure that y'all can enjoy as much as possible. So also, if you did miss anything, you can always check back at whatever platform you're watching this on now, as well as viewing previous streams to get all caught up
and or just enjoy again. You know, you never know. If you're into the content and can spare $1 or more, please consider going to the website listed here. You can also send tips to PayPal or Venmo at Jinx Dances or jinxdances@gmail.com, whatever it asks for. It would be great to get some RAM to properly multi-stream live to you. I've been struggle busing a little bit on Thursdays with the live stream. These are at least mostly pre-recorded, so it's not as bad. But any hoodles, and also eventually, we'd love to get a game capture card to bring some Switch games to y'all's as well. So thank you guys all for tuning in, and see you next week at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. You can feel free to tune in also on Thursday. I'm going to attempt to play Little Witch Academia again, and we shall see what happens.